Alright, gamers! We are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, let's talk. We have sort of a teaser here. Very clearly, this is to the Part 2 LR. If you guys have followed along, we have been targeting the Part 2 LR around the 10th, 11th, 12th. This obviously, boom, confirms that. So, next week, the next day to download, the next content we're getting is going to be like the Part 2 LR, which again, I think is going to be somewhere on the 12th, 11th, 10th. We're targeting the 11th, but we'll see. So LR definitely is upcoming. Now, I did a video going over the Part 2 LR, like thoughts right here. I was thinking Metal Cooler, Android 13, Mecha Frieza as very likely options. And all throughout the video, I'm saying let's not do Superclass here. Do not do Superclass here. But we got the Metal Cooler, Goku and Vegeta there for the thumb. Based off of this, I would say it's looking like it's probably going to be Android 13 or Metal Cooler. But we could look. And Super Divers, conveniently, right here, they're tweeting out Android 13 as well. Here's the thing. It's very common for the games to, like, I don't know, like do a lot of these characters at similar times, right? So we could take a look at this here, but Android 13 and Metal Cooler, I would say, are still at the top of the list. That makes sense. I actually saw a lot of people were like confused about it, like, why Metal Cooler? Why Metal Cooler? Well, I mean, this is the Metal Cooler army. So if we would drop a Metal Cooler, we'd probably have 6 out of 7 links activated. It would be perfect. And this whole celebration is all about the Metal Coolers, right? We have the grind 100 Metal Cooler campaign thing going on right here. Don't forget there's also this, which I mentioned this several times, but this probably doesn't mean anything. But we don't have boss info in here yet for stage 16. So, like, would it be super surprising if it's going to end on, like, a new Metal Cooler core, right? Like, a Metal Cooler that would transform into the Metal Cooler core. Like, they could so, if we would go, I've got the movie boss category pulled up right here. Let's get EGL Metal Cooler. Where is he? Right here. So, this guy is just called Metal Cooler, even though he does have the Metal Cooler core transformation. If we would redo this character, but be Metal Cooler and then in parentheses Metal Cooler Core, we would then have Metal Cooler Army, Metal Cooler, Cooler Core, and EZA LR Metal Cooler, and EZA LR Final Form Cooler coming at some point. Like, you see how it's set up completely perfectly. In the past, previous years, Dokkan hasn't gone too crazy with that sort of, like, perfect team building, but they have been lately. Look at the Saiyan Saga team, right? So, doing this, of having essentially 3 top-tier Metal Coolers at the same time, and then also, you know, being the prime opportunity for us to get, where are they? This guy EZ8 and this guy EZ8. Like, we would have a very fun, like, cooler setup ready to go. I would love that. I think that could be good. I think if it's up to me, they do drop this guy. I just moved him back, but just Metal Cooler Core. Like somehow make the LR the Metal Cooler Core, and we're in business. I think that's the best thing they could do to kind of like set this team up, right? But Android 13 to me does look really, really possible. Remember, Android 13 is on the 220% for Metal Cooler here. Well, as long as they're on the main part of Leader Skill, Terrifying Conquer, or Power Absorption, they're on all of them. But there's a lot of, like, the movie bosses, like, you know, Broly, Cellmax. Janemba is not on this either, right? Is Fat Janemba on Power Absorption? No, he's not. Yeah, so I don't expect Broly, Janemba. I do expect, and with how strong Dokkan has been with the team building this year, I do expect that the Part 2 LR will be on the leader skill and very good to go with Metal Cooler Army, right? That's definitely what I'm anticipating. So we could kind of remove the movie bosses that are not on these categories. So Metal Cooler Core we talked about. You know, just sometimes even just a regular Metal Cooler, I think to me is totally fine. I think it's totally fine. It's just another strong like character like that. Android 13 though could work. Remember, there are many units in Dokkan. Kibu needs an LR, right? Kefla needs an LR. Demon King Piccolo needs a Dokkan Fest, right? Great Ape Vegeta. Well, I guess technically we do have the Saiyan Saga Vegeta Dokkan Fest now. Kaioken Goku from, I mean, both Saiyan Saga and Namek Saga still needs a Dokkan Fest as well, right? So there's a lot of characters who need something specific. Lord Slug needs an LR. Android 13 does need an LR. Now, he's obviously not going to be the most hype LR, but he is going to probably work pretty well with a lot of these characters, right? Many of these units are at least semi-relevant right now with, you know, Metal Cooler, Baby, Mira, right? We have got a lot of characters like this, right? Who could kind of work with Android 13. I also low-key think the Android category team is a little better than people think, although it does need like a dominant demon to be dropped onto the team, which this could be. The biggest problem with the Android team is the fact that none of the characters are post 11th anniversary or 11th anniversary and beyond. The reason that matters is because all the characters on the Android team, 13 doesn't count right here. Like, this is a good HP total, but all of the Android category characters we use don't have these massive HP pools, right? So like that's a huge problem for teams before the 11th anniversary. That's a huge thing that I've been talking about Dokkan doing for years that they did, which is they started just like the attack and defensive stats on a unit. It doesn't matter in the sense that the passive, the links, the super attack effects, they could completely make a character as powerful offensively or defensively as they want, just from the unit's kit. But HP, up to this point in Dokkan, has literally only been based on their HP stat. So these are essentially irrelevant, right? These could be low end for a Dokkan Fest exclusive, and it wouldn't matter. It could still be the hardest hitter in the game or the strongest offensive unit in the game. But HP only matters if they have a high HP stat. Although, wouldn't shock me if we got some type of character that, like, so Android 13, right? What if Android 13 would give the team an extra 100,000 HP if there was, you know, 2 other Android characters on the team? Something like that, right? Like, I could see them doing stuff like that, which could be good. So, Android 13, I think, would be fine. It could be a transforming Android 13 or just Super Android 13, Fusion Android 13 here. I don't think that it particularly matters which one of the two of those. Just as long Android 13, I think we're good to go, right? I think that would work well. We could talk about Cooler, right? Now, I don't think... my gut is telling me no on this Cooler, but we'll see. This transforming Cooler, this guy's closing in on 7 years old. So they could just read... I mean, his transformation animation, it's pretty good, but, like, actually, can we just play this? It's pretty good. The one thing that's not good about it really is Cooler's voice. Because 2019 active skills and many 2020 active skills, the audio quality is not that good, right? Like, if you go back to the older active skills, audio quality is not good. They could redo this with, like, some different camera angles or something like that, though, to drop another Cooler. Now, if they do this, the first Cooler movie, I hope it is a transforming Cooler, because it would be a little... it's a little different from Metal Cooler, where we have the Metal Cooler army who could go anywhere, right? And then we're going to have LR Metal Cooler, who's like this, like, quirky, like, you know, revive, like, I don't know how to say it, but like, kind of like different type of unit. Usually these Final Form Coolers are just like hard hitters. So we already have Super Easy a Final Form Cooler who just came out. This guy's coming up on an Easy A. If we would drop a third, like, that would, it's just too much. It doesn't work the same way it would for spamming Metal Coolers. That would work, but 3 Final Form Coolers, because they don't usually make this guy. This version is a nice support. But once he like, they never make this guy like a crazy support type unit. This guy, he's always like a killing machine. This Cooler, the way they design him. They always design him like this. This is the way they always design him, right? So I don't... if it starts as a cooler that would transform, that would not have any problems with links. Remember, we're talking villain characters, by the way, where they generate so much power via links. Thirst for Conquest and Big Bad Bosses combined is 40% attack and defense, and then we just have so many other powerful links that we have around, right? So if it's a transforming cooler, that's good. I do also have these three back here: Bojack, Garlic Jr., Turles, and honestly, we could grab Slug too. Where is Dokkan Fest Lord Slug? I'm looking at the global order of things, which is just wrong. Like, it's just, well, I don't want to, but it's just, the global order of things is different, right? So it always messes me up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Lord Slug. He also would link well. Like a lot of these characters, right? Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, right? Then we look at Turles. Again, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest. Garlic Jr. Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest. You see the thing? Like, just having these two links is 40% attack and defense. So, I mean, if they drop any of these kind of like Terrifying Conqueror, not as likely movie boss characters, it's still okay, because they still could be massive, right? There's a lot of good demonic power around for Slug to also help out on. Turles could be interesting. Now, people would say we already have LR Turles, but it's not... it's not solo LR. It's not solo LR Turles, right? Although, I mean, it kind of seems like it is, but it's a Turles and the, what was it, the Crusher Core or whatever they call it. They love dropping Turles and Goku Black because it looks like Goku, though. So I could easily see them dropping LR Turles. Oh, but if they did that, this guy's probably going to EZA in the celebration. Keep in mind, there's a panel mission. Now, in the past, I don't think for like... I think it was only on Global they had a mission for EZA character, but didn't drop an EZA character. Like, it was just like as Global was like not synced up, they were doing like foolishness, right? But they've never done something like that on GP where it says EZA character and they don't drop an EZA. I think, what's his name? Is Physical Turles is going to EZA in the celebration, right? Because we do need a character, because the Super EZA did not trigger this, right? So I do think we'll see Turles EZA. Yeah, that means I probably wouldn't want a LR Turles then, right? And then Garlic Jr., we did just get LR Garlic Jr., but keep in mind the Dead Zone is not in game yet. Somehow the Dead Zone is not in game. And then Bojack, a standalone, like, full power Bojack, we have, like, never gotten, like, a big time one. I mean, I guess it's a similar thing with Turles, though, whereas it's the LR Bojack here. Again, I'm just going to go JP, and I'll be able to find him instantly, yep. It's Bojack plus his minions, just the same way it was, Turles plus his minions. But, like, just full power Bojack, we have not had one of these guys since the Stone Age. Right, and these guys haven't even EZA'd yet, those two Bojacks back there. So let me know what you guys think here. I think it's probably most likely, I think Android 13, but Metal Cooler, this is what I would most like to see, a Metal Cooler Core. And think of how many, the Metal Cooler Core is a boss in like 50 events, and it's just the same damn art every single time. I would like them to do a new Metal Cooler Core so we'd actually be able to fight a different boss, right? And then it could be Metal Cooler, this Cooler, and then all these different guys. So let me know what you guys think. Movie bosses is coming. I'm thinking Android 13 is likely who it's going to be, but we will see. Oh, wait, last thing. They're going to drop another one. Who knows when? Could be tomorrow, could be the next day, could be the next day. So we'll make sure to keep our eyes out on this. But yeah, remember, it's 1 out of 2. So another one will be coming at some point.